Welcome back to my power rankings and welcome back to the Sandbar Playbook. I'm uploading this a day later than I normally do, so thank you so much if you're still tuning in. I also want to give a shout out to Micah. Micah, I didn't see your reaction to my power rankings a couple weeks ago, and I want to remind everybody that you can send me your reactions to the email in the description, and I'll put it into my next video. Once again, shout out you, Micah, for supporting me and sending me your reactions. Sorry that I did not include them in my last video. But a new team has been washed up this week. Let's look at the wash up right now. You see all the teams like the Browns and the Dolphins, right? The Giants have been added. Last week, they fired their coach. Too many injuries now. Dart might be coming back, but it's just too late for this team. They are washed up now, unfortunately. All right. Number 26 is the Bengals. Now, the Bengals could move up a spot, but it's not really because of anything they did. It's just because the Giants had a drop, so the Bengals move up ahead of the Giants. They're still here because Joe Burrow could be coming back. Another team that's still here just because their quarterback could be coming back is the Commanders. They're at number 25. Yeah, another team that if without their quarterback being able to come back, and he's going to come back, they'd be out. Number 24 is the Falcons, moving down 10 spots. Michael Penix is not coming back for the rest of the season. Drake London is injured right now, too. Kirk Cousins is not going to lead this team to a successful rest of the season. They're at number 24. Number 23 is the Raiders. Now, the Raiders, they really make me mad. I get very annoyed when watching the Raiders. And even like when I watch my Browns, obviously I get annoyed by their offense, but like I expect them to be bad. With the Raiders, it's like you have G&T, you have Bowers, and you guys still cannot do anything. And the offensive line is so bad. I don't like the coaching, and they just make me so annoyed. I don't like watching the Raiders. The Raiders are number 23. Number 22 is the Cardinals, moving up 3 spots. I think I was underestimating the Cardinals a little bit. Now they got destroyed last week versus the 49ers, but they move up. Number 21 is the Vikings. They move up a spot just because the Falcons went down, so it just moved them up. But they didn't do anything to actually push themselves up. Number 20 is the Steelers. They would have moved up a spot as well, but Aaron Rodgers might not play this week, so I got to keep them where they are. Mason Rudolph is not Aaron Rodgers. They are at number 20. Number 19, the Panthers move ahead of the Steelers because Aaron Rodgers is out. The Panthers are actually 6-5 right now. What a season for them, coming off what they've been the last few years. They do have a very tough rest of season schedule, though. They're going to play the 49ers, then the Rams, then they're going to play the Saints, then the Buccaneers, then the Seahawks, and the Buccaneers again. So, they could easily go winless the rest of the season. Now, they're probably going to beat the Saints, right? Get a win there, but that's a divisional game. They could definitely lose that. And the rest of the games, those are going to be tough matchups. So they could definitely only win one more game or lose out the rest of the season. And that's your schedule really couldn't get much tougher than that for the rest of the season. So that's tough for them. But they move up 2 spots to number 19. Number 18 is the Texans, moving down 3 spots. Now, the reason they were up at 15 last week is because I expected Stroud to play. He didn't, and he's been ruled out for tomorrow's game versus the Bills, so they moved down to 18. Number 17 is the Bears, moving up 2 spots. The Bears are 7-3. I think they're a good team. They're probably in the thumbnail. I'm not sure. Don't worry. I don't think the Bears are bad. I think they're a good team. But from 17 to 11, these teams are so close, and a lot of them are teams that I would understand you putting them in the bottom of your top 10. But there's so many teams that are so close for me. I don't want to say this is like the Bears are, or I'm counting them out. But these teams are close, and I have a bunch of other teams ahead of the Bears. Okay, a big reason for that is because their schedule, I have not seen enough out of them from great teams to put them farther ahead than 17. But I think they're a good team. I actually, if you watched me earlier in the year, you would remember that I had a conversation with a Bears fan before the season. I said, I think the Bears are going to be good this year. I think Caleb Williams is going to be good this year. And he was like, I don't know. You really think the Bears are going to be good? And I was like, yeah, I think you will. Just watch the season. And they definitely are playing good. They're 7-3. So I'm glad to see that from the Bears, but they got to stay They only move up to number 17 for me. Number 16, moving down 3 spots, is the Chargers. Now, the Chargers just got a terrible loss versus the Jaguars, but they're still in the mix right now. They're at number 16. Number 15, moving up 3 spots instead of going down 3 spots, is the Cowboys. That defense impressed me. Well, I wouldn't say. I'm going to try to find a better way to word this. They exceeded the play that the Cowboys defense has done all year. So they impressed me compared to the Cowboys defense. They definitely didn't impress me compared to every defense in the NFL. But compared to what the Cowboys have been playing like earlier in the season, they impressed me. They got their new additions. They got some people coming back from injury. So I think this defense will continue to improve over the season. Now, once again, it was against the Raiders, the offense I hate watching. You know what? I hate watching the Raiders offense, but it was against the Raiders, so it's not too crazy. But the Cowboys, I think, deserve to move up into that number 15 spot. Let's see if they can make a push towards the playoffs at the end of the season here. Number 14 is the Broncos, moving up 3 spots. Now, last week I said I don't believe in the Broncos. They're going to lose to the Chiefs. They beat the Chiefs, so they have to move up. Now they're 9-2. So obviously, I still don't believe in them too much to have them at 9-2 team at 14. But it's just Bo Nix being too inconsistent for me. And there's so many teams in my top 10 that have so many playmakers on their team. And I don't think the Broncos have as many as a lot of the teams in the top 10. And once again, Bo Nix just being too inconsistent. So the Broncos definitely are close to being a top 10 team. And once again, I would not be mad or be confused if they were in your top 10. But for me, I have some teams that I like more than them. And one of those teams that's right above them is the Jaguars, moving up 3 spots. Now, last week I said the Jaguars are a good team. They're stacked really all around. The quarterback is the one position that holds them back. But I said they need to get some wins. I like this team a lot, but they just need to win some games. And that's why I moved them down last week. But they moved right back up because they got that big win versus the Chargers, and they're just a little bit ahead of the Broncos. The Broncos have the better quarterback, but besides that, the Jaguars have a better team. Now, at number 12 is the 49ers staying where they are. Brock Purdy comes back. They score 41 points. Great stuff for 49ers fans. Christian McCaffrey keeps playing awesome. At number 11 is the Colts. They play the Chiefs this week. So same thing what I said about the Broncos. I honestly don't believe the Colts will be winning this game versus the Chiefs, especially because the Chiefs just have to win this one. But the Colts have a chance to impress me this week versus the Chiefs. Let's see if they move up. But as I'm going to talk about in a few more teams in a second, I just don't have enough belief in Daniel Jones yet to move this team up ahead of 11. But they're still definitely a great team. I have them at 11. Number 10 is the Buccaneers. Once again, all their injuries keep them at number 10. Number 9 is the Packers, moving down 2 spots. They were already going to move it down a spot just because their play has not been, hasn't been up to the level of the number 7 team. They moved down another spot because Josh Jacobs is out. It's unfortunate for them, but this team is struggling right now. From what they should have been. Number 8 is the Seahawks, and this is the team I was talking about when I said in a few more teams I'm going to talk about the quarterback. I had the Seahawks at number 8 last week. A lot of people had them at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had them at number 8 because of Sam Darnold. I did not believe in him, and you saw it this week, or last week, I guess, when he just threw 4 interceptions. He does this throughout his career. In the biggest moments, when he's facing adversity, he throws interceptions, and he's not a clutch player. So stop overreacting to these teams' records. Stop disregarding. I know that it's annoying to hear all the time. Every game you watch, they talk about quarterback. Chris Collinsworth, all he talks about is the quarterback. I know it's annoying, but it's because the quarterback is such an important piece of the team, and you cannot just disregard some of these quarterbacks on the teams and say the Seahawks are a top 5 team when they have Sam Darnold as their quarterback. In the biggest moments, you can't trust him, and that's the reason that I have the Colts at 11. I don't believe, I haven't seen enough where I can believe that Daniel Jones will be great in the biggest moments. So I have the Colts at 11. I have the Seahawks at 8. These are both outstanding teams, but their quarterbacks just haven't shown me enough where I can move them up. And now Sam Darnold's going to rebound from this, but we see what he does when the moment, matters. Seahawks stay at number 8. Number 7, a quarterback that I trust more than Sam Darnold. I don't trust him too much yet, but Drake May moving up 2 spots to number 7. It's going to be interesting this week to see what Mike Vrabel decides with Travion Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson. Obviously, if you've been watching me, you think that you know that I think that Henderson should be the RB1 for the Patriots, but it seems like Mike Vrabel hasn't thought that over the season. So let's see what happens this week with the Patriots. Number 6 is the Lions going down 2 spots. Now, interesting fact here. This didn't really change my rankings and doesn't really mean too much, but it's interesting. This is the first time since October 2023 that the Lions have scored less than 10 points. So really more of a fact about the Eagles, but just another quarterback where on an amazing team, but the Lions can't move up too much because they have Jared Goff as the quarterback, and he's like Sam Darnold, well, you can never trust him to show up when the moment matters most, but I still, Lions are such a good team still, and they're at number 6. They moved down a couple spots though. All right, number 5. Number 5. Here we go. So this team, I've tried to keep them up, and I believed in them, and I still believe in them, but a little bit less than what I did before. I wanted to keep them in the top 2, but they've been losing too much. The Chiefs go down three spots to number 5. They were in my top 2 since week 6 of my power rankings. They've now dropped down to number 5, which is fitting because they're 5-5. Once again, they play the Colts this week, so they have a chance to move back up, but this team has just not been playing the way I've been praising them as over the year. Now they play the Colts and the Cowboys and the Texans and the Chargers and the Titans and the Broncos and the Raiders. So I believe that they can and that they should have a great finish to the season. And I think they will at least be, if they miss the playoffs, they'll be right out of it. But it would be crazy for me to say that I don't think the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs. I don't think, I don't want to hear that. I don't think it's smart to say that the Chiefs are not going to make the playoffs because they're just. That would be crazy for me to believe that the Chiefs can't make the playoffs. This team has just been winning consistently for so many years now. Mahomes is obviously so great. So I believe that the Chiefs will finish out strong. Let's see if I'm right, or let's see if everybody else is right, and the Chiefs shouldn't be in my top 10. But for now, I still have them at number 5. Number 4, moving up 2 spots, playing better than the Chiefs the last few weeks, is the Eagles. They have impressed me with their defensive play the last few weeks, and obviously they still have a lot of star power on offense. So their offense has not been playing like it can, but eventually I think they'll pick it up. And if they don't, they still won't drop too much because there's always just a playmaker, right? In these close games with the Eagles, there's always somebody that can come out and make a play. We saw it with Saquon a couple weeks ago. Even when the offense doesn't play too great, one of those guys, Jalen Hurts, Saquon, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, even if they haven't done much over the course of the game, they can come out and make a big play. But the Eagles have been improving. They're at number 4. Number 3, this was a tough one, but I put the Ravens up 2 spots at number 3. Yeah, you might think it's crazy that I have the Ravens at number 3, but their defense over the last 4 weeks, they've allowed the second least points per game in the entire NFL. Number 1 being the Eagles. They've only played 3 games. Now, the Eagles have played better offenses. And I'm not saying that the Ravens are the second best defense in the league over the past 4 weeks. They've only played the Bears, Dolphins, Vikings, and Browns. So not the best offenses, obviously. But I want to put that out there to show that this defense is improving. And that when you add a defense like that with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, this team can, of course, do great things. So I believe in the Ravens a lot more than other people do. And it was tough, but I like my decision, and I stand with my decision to put the Ravens at number 3. Another team that it was tough to decide where to put them, but I decided to move them up one spot to number 2 is the Bills. Josh Allen, which with a huge game, the Bills have been inconsistent this year, but I think they're right where they should be right now at number 2. And at number 1, for the 4th week in a row and the 5th week overall, being number 1 is the Los Angeles Rams. If this team stays healthy for the rest of the year, I don't think they're gonna fall. I don't think they're gonna fall from the number 1 spot. They're playing too well. They have so many pieces. Stafford is playing awesome. The Rams stay at my number 1 spot. Thank you so much for supporting the Sandbar Playbook. My name is Aidan Egizio. If you want to watch another video, you can click here. If you want to subscribe, you can click right here. So thank you so much. Make sure you comment what you thought, like, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time.